some of the true villains of society are never exposed. We look past them because we don't look at them as villains. But I want to expose some of the villains of society that are destroying the youth of America.
The Korean brother and sister, they don't respect you. Here, you got hair, but you're looking for more. So they'll fix you up. And you walk in the street just throwing it. But how much money did you pay for the hair? Some people pay as much as $1,000 or more. Where you get that kind of money to buy hair? Not a book to put something in your head, but $1,000 to put something on your head?
The youth of all worlds, the youth of everybody on earth, because to be a certain way, to look a certain way is the standard now, and it's really bad for us folks who do our best to try and stay as earthly, natural as we can. Some of us, we make alterations, but some of it goes too far. I want to show you guys a video of destruction that won't be looked at as destruction by the average mind, but people who have two eyes and a heart that beats toward morality will see how sad this video was for me to watch, how hard it was to watch. When somebody showed it to me, I really couldn't believe it.
So I was scrolling on TikTok this morning and I seen this post. It's a 5-year-old that is getting a lace front install. Which, it's not my daughter, right? I mean, do y'all think, what age should you be allowed to have weaves?
Now, of course she looks beautiful, but that's not the point. Now, why would y'all put that lace front on that baby girl like that? She knows nothing about beauty standards. She's perfectly fine and beautiful without it. She didn't ask to have it on her head, and she is free of any judgment from her peers. It is you that is the problem. You're not even taking the time to think that this hairpiece might have a demonic energy attached to it. And that energy can be transferred. A lot of babies out there are born with the inability to grow long hair, but in due time, their hair is going to grow. It's saying, your baldness is embarrassing me, so I'm gonna give you a wig to cover it up, to make me feel better. Also known as, whoever's the parent of this little girl, you ain't You might have hair problems for the rest of her life if y'all keep. To the little girls that's out there, I want you to know that your natural hair is beautiful. To the women out there, I want you to know that there are a lot of men, including myself, a lot of men that prefer you to have your natural hair, regardless of how you feel or think about it. But back to this little girl, this right here is unacceptable. That little girl is so precious, and this was sad to see.
Oh, and don't forget my nails. I just have to have my nails done on my feet and my hands. And the Koreans say, yes, I will do that for you. And go and see where they live and go back and look where you live. You are not wise in the way you spend your money. So we always end up broke looking to somebody else, when if we just change our lifestyle a little bit.
How y'all feel about people putting their kids in lace front wigs? And I'm not talking about the people that's putting their kids in lace front wigs that child has a medical condition of why they should get a lace front wig. But I'm talking about the people that just do it to do it. Like, I just want to hear somebody reason. I'm not even here to judge. Why would you put your child in a lace front wig at the age of, like, let's say under 10? Even 10 and above is, but let's say under 10. Why would you put your child in a lace front wig?
As I've often said, that people who are not at peace with themselves will often try to reinvent themselves from the outside in. You can't reinvent yourself from the outside in. You have to reinvent yourself from the inside out. all this surgery, cosmetic surgery, men and women, all this wig and weave and European hair color, all of this are signs that the person wasting all this money on trying to look like a different person is not at peace with themselves.
We're not here to try and make you feel bad if you had your daughter dressed like that. We're here to give you education on what happens when you dress your daughter like that. Yeah. We don't want you to send your child out in the world sexualized, because if they're sexualized, by the time they 14,
it's over.
Like me, is Trina there? She coming out?
14, you mean 18.
Put that thing in that mouth.
Yeah, he means 18.
18. No, they don't wait till they 18. When they 14, people start knocking at the door.
People start knocking on the door.
Greetings, you polite savages.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to witness tales sure to anger feminists and modern women alike, and especially the Hair Hat Committee, the ones who believe that the sun should never actually reach their scalp. And guess what? They're doing it to the kids now. As always, we can only guarantee to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Many songs throughout the years have been affirming to women's self-esteem that have become popular in the pop idiom. From Christina Aguilera's Beautiful, in every single way, words cannot get me down. Even before that, James Brown said black and proud, say it loud. But it seems like we've forgotten and lost course, because nowadays people are even putting lace fronts, putting hair hats on these young children for no other reason except to get a little shine on that Instagram and that TikTok-a-rooney. You see, these social media streets have driven half of these folks halfway crazy, and they're doing things that make absolutely no sense, not thinking that the chemical process that you could be subjecting your child to could be damaging and harmful in the future to that natural hair. You see a lot of folks walking around nowadays talking about they have to have this or have to have that to look beautiful, when a lot of them will be more beautiful if they just live that natural way. And don't blame it on the fellas, ladies, because you ladies love to say dudes want BBLs and dudes want this or that. And when a guy will tell you till he's blue in the face that he'll love it natural, and you look at him and say no, but let's tell the truth. As in evidence by the way you even put a lace front on a 5-year-old child. You are not doing this for anybody else's eyes except the approval of the old sisterhood. But the one question we all have to ask is, what in the hell happened to the body positivity movement? You see, that only counts when you're overweight or you want to make yourself go on and indulge in something that you should have self-control in. But it has nothing to do with being natural, now does it? Hypocrisy, anyone?
When is little kids gonna start dressing like little kids again? This is getting out of hand. They said that the mama do too much when she sent her little kindergartner. I didn't even know this girl was in kindergarten. Y'all starting them early? Because nah, fam, what happened to pigtails? Y'all need to be teaching little kids to not be out here glorifying sexy red, long nails, and weave, and all that bop culture at a young age. Y'all need to be teaching little girls to look in the mirror, say their affirmations, meditate, to have some self-love.
I don't know why, other than if the child had a medical condition. I can't come up with the reason. So it's this whole argument on the internet. I'm gonna call it argument, a debate. It's this cute little girl, cute. Her mom had somebody put her on a bob lace front. So it's not even like super. It wasn't really a closure, but it's not even super long. It goes, right here. It's like a little bob, a little doobie, whatever. The world is mad because some people saying, "Oh, she's cute. She looks her age. She looks 4 or 5," and other people's like, "It's too much." I think I'm one of the people that say it's too much because I don't really care how the little girl hair is. I don't care what texture it is. Like, y'all see what I'm rocking the poof right now. I don't care how the little girl hair is, how the texture is. Nobody should be wearing lace front wigs in their elementary school.
Anybody to assume that, as I said, we have just never had anybody challenge us on our behavior. We've never had anybody to say, well, let's look at what we do. We know what he does, and he's wrong in a lot of what he does. But his wrongness, his guilt, does not ensure our innocence. We have a share in the problems that we have in the black community. And just because we are dressed up and have a job does not mean that we don't practice some aberrant behaviors that end up infecting our homes and breaking up our relationships with our men.
You see, a lot of your self-esteem comes from your childhood. It comes from just going around being a kid, growing up naturally, and with everything that you're going to have to face in the world, the criticisms that you're going to have to face in the world, just and unjust, people tearing you down, people not wanting to believe in you, only having your family, and sometimes you don't really have them. Why in the hell would you already start this child behind the 8 ball, having them think that perhaps what they are and how they came here on God's green earth just isn't enough for them to make it? Yes, they have to put this on them and that on them, and then you walk around and wonder why we're so stuck in consumerism, buying this and buying that, spending thousands of dollars on things that you don't need to, when all in all you could be stacking that money and saving it for your future. But see, these are the webs that we weave, and along came a spider to let you know that how you think it should go just ain't gonna go that way. And then at 35, 40 years old, look back at all the money you spent, and now you're caught in an endless cycle, the rabbit wheel of destruction, the hamster wheel, if you will, doing the same thing over and over again, hoping to get off. And when you can't get off, you're going to look back and wonder, where did these crazy habits come from? Well, let me tell you where they came from. You developed them in the earliest stages of development as a child because your mother told you through actions, through a tacit approval, that you weren't good enough. And yes, I understand this isn't all ladies. A lot of ladies rose up and said this was crazy. But go on and check the comments of that TikTok with that lady with that little red, sexy red diddy bop. And guess what? A lot of folks said that you guys are tripping. She looks great. It's appropriate. And there we have it. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. You dig?
That's your lady. Hey, how you doing? I look nervous. Got your little. That's a lot of hair weaving, you know. I'm just joking. No, there's a bald horse in Central Park.
Thank you for watching the TIP Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.